Time and time again, people ask me, why do I do so many weird things? Why do I do so much random stuff? And sometimes I don't know how to answer that. Sometimes I do come up with answers, but I asked the Lord one night to help me understand and help me give people a better way to understand the reasons that I do the things that I do. And there was a word that he spoke to me in particular, one word. He said unorthodox. And I was like, Lord, why unorthodox? And I began to look it up. The word unorthodox is an adjective which means not conforming to or not following excuse me, rules, traditions, or modes of conduct as of a doctrine would, a religion would, or a philosophy. Now, I'm not about to preach to you, but I'm going to refer to things in the Bible because that's what grew up on. That's what I based my life off of. Other than the saying, live the high life and not the low life. Because the low life is not designed for me or you. And I was told that by a very wise person that I still look up to today. And I'm going to keep on using that saying. I'm going to keep living by that saying. Now, there are some traditions that I've looked up in the Bible, like Rosh Hashanah, which is the Feast of Trumpets, Atonement Day, or Yom Kippur, Sukkot, or Tabernacles, or First Sunday Communion. Communion is the day that you take the reverence. For those of you that are not Christian out there or don't know what communion is in general, communion is the day that you take in reverence to, in remembrance of God and the sacrifice that Jesus made for me and you on the cross. And it's a day to cleanse your mind, your body, and your soul. Now, being unorthodox means to break traditions, like I told you before. I tend to break tradition. I don't do things as normal people would. Why? Because I have a goal for my life, and that's to be all that I can do. To do all that I can do and be all that I can be. And following tradition does not fit my category. Following tradition will get you only to a certain point, but that's it. Halfway. Being unorthodox will get you all the way there and then past there. Now, Jesus was unorthodox at the wedding when he was there with his boys, or his disciples and his mother. They ran out of wine. They said, Jesus' mother went to him and said, there's no more wine. Jesus said, what am I supposed to do? But he, with a kind heart, still turned that water into wine. No man, ever before and after, have been able to turn water into wine. This blew their mind. I want to blow everybody's mind. I strive to be like Jesus. I ain't perfect. You ain't perfect. When I say you, I mean me and you. I say you as in we, us. So don't be offended when I say you, because I'm not directly speaking to you, even though this video may be meant for you. Traditions that need to be broken within this world, not just this country. I mean, generational curses within our families. I don't care how rich your family is and how much money you do not have. There are some generational curses that are in your family that everybody wants to hide. It's in every family. Even in mine. There are perversions, constant cycles of perversions, confusion, disease, and depression, poverty, addiction, drug abuse. There are constant cycles in your family. Break those cycles. There's constant cycles that you witness, and you see things outside in the world. You see corruption in the economy. You see everything. You can be that one person that's not following tradition and trying to be like everyone else and figure out what's going on by following certain fit rules and laws and regulations. And you can be that one person like Gandhi and Martin Luther King was. They set out. They were unorthodox. They caused marches. They did sit-outs. They did everything. Everything but following tradition and causing riots and fighting. Now, granted, during their time, they may have been fights and riots, but those men, they set out in their mind that they were going to be unorthodox and make a change. I set out in my mind today that I want to make a change, not only in my life and in my family, but in the world, for people that is not even my friends, for people that I don't even know. I want to change the world. That's my goal. I may not be able to do that, but I can set a precedent that many other people can follow. I can set a goal that will spread worldwide. That's my plan. That's my goal. So if I'm unorthodox, or if I dance in a certain way when I'm at church, this is one thing. When I'm at church, there's tradition in the church that needs to be broken as well. See, everybody isn't perfect. When you go to church, you're not going to be perfect. You're there, obviously, because you have a problem. You need God's help. Stop breaking that. Start breaking the tradition that when you go to church, you're better than everybody else outside the church. I've realized this. I'm not better than nobody. Nobody's better than me, and I'm not better than anybody. We're all equal, as far as I see it. Now, outside the church and inside the church, there's racism. Sadly, time has passed. Things still haven't changed fully. There have been minor changes. There's some things. There's still Chester molesters out there. There's still psychos and killers out there. There's still lovers and haters out there. Speaking of love and hate, people stop loving the wrong things and the wrong people. Learn what love really is before you go out and you tell somebody that you love them. Learn what hatred really is before you go out and you tell somebody that you hate them. Learn the people that really love you. Those people that really love you, they'll stick by you. But the people that hate, the haters, they'll stick by you as well. You gotta be witting, you gotta be knowing of this. You have to acknowledge the fact that everybody is not gonna like you, but they will be around you just to see what you're gonna do. They're just gonna be your audience and just do you see the shoes that this nigga got on? Excuse my language. Do you see the her hairstyle? Do you see the S curl that this nigga got in his hair? See? Now, the thing that you need to understand when you're being unorthodox in this world that we live in today, people are used to seeing things and being conformed to today's society, a certain fashion, a certain trend that is going on. Now, you have to be able to accept humiliation at times when you be unorthodox in order for you to reach your own success. You have to be able to be strong when people think that you're weak. You have to be able to overcome every obstacle that comes in your path, to be able to climb, not only move those mountains that's in front of you, but climb those mountains as well. You have to be able to depress the oppressors, if you understand that saying. Being unorthodox, I've learned personally, you have to, like I said, you have to be strong. You have to be dedicated to what you do. You have to be ready for anything that comes your way, because anything and everything will come your way. Not too long ago, a couple years back, I learned that I had spondyloarthritis. That killed my wrestling career, you can say, I guess. And that didn't stop me. I thought my world ended, actually, but it didn't stop me, because I have a mind that's very imaginative. You have to have an open imagination. You have to have an open imagination in order for you to be unorthodox. There are some things in life that you'll never expect will happen to you. I never knew that I never thought that I would get arthritis. You There's people that never thought they can get cancer. There's people that never thought they would be paralyzed, but they learn how to deal with their life. And especially people that lost limbs and everything else, they have to be unorthodox in the style that they do, things that they need to do to survive. If it had not been for people being unorthodox, our civilization would not be as sufficient and as high in technology as it is today. You have to be unorthodox to get to a certain way. People had to break tradition in order to learn how to to farm better. Who would have thought if you take somebody's doo doo, or you take a cow's doo doo and mix it into your soil, that your corn was going to grow? And that corn would taste pretty good. It was sweet and everything else. It's fertilized, man. Fertilizers that taste good, then yeah. Who would have thought? Being unorthodox will get you everywhere that you need to be. Stop asking me why I'm weird. Stop asking me why do I do the things you do, because now you know. I walk around with an S curl. People mistake it for a Jerry curl. Mine don't drip. It's dry. Now, yesterday, my schedule was changed a couple of days ago at school. Yesterday, haters in the classroom. Hello, haters, if you're watching. Haters. They were getting on me. They were getting on me pretty good. I was laughing. It was pretty funny. But they done poured out Soul Glow for my hair. They done talked about, they called me Pinky today from Friday. They screamed out Jerry curl. Every time I walk into the classroom now, they see me in the halls, all you hear is "Soul." That's immature stuff. You have to be able to be ready for people with lower immaturity levels than you are. If you're going to be unorthodox, you have to have a high mentality. You have to have a mentality for success. You have to have the tolerance for humiliation and for immaturity. Be ready for anything you're going to be unorthodox. That's all I got to say. I'm not going to pull out all the Bible verses and everything else on you. Y'all got the main point. It's been long enough. See you.